Hi everyone, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We're an emerging nation. We've been around about 4.5 years, putting in solid foundations, and we're now in a position where we're expanding our economy to improve the liquidity and value of our currency, and that'll benefit all our citizens. And anybody can become a citizen. You just roll up, register, prove you're a real person, and that's it. There's no fee, no obligation. Lots of things that you can get involved in if you choose, but it's all at your option. Okay. We are also a non-separatist organisation, and that means we don't see any superficial differences in people, like colour, class, creed, gender, that sort of thing. We just see everybody as a human being, part of one big family of humanity, all linked together and all individually unique. So having something unique to offer our community and being therefore of equal value to every other member of our community. We have a little affirmation that helps us with that in a moment, after an opening prayer that we always use to help our citizens find what everybody seeks in life. And it's not money, it's not a relationship, it's happiness. Because whatever else you seek it because you feel it's going to make you happy. And we're talking about long-term happiness that is always there within you, not the short-term pleasure that you get that can be followed by depression or misery. The ups and downs of life go on all the time. But if you've got that underlying joy within you, you can bear them a lot more easily. And you can only get that through loving service to others. You can't buy it. The great thing about being of loving service to others is that it attracts into your life everything else that you want and need. So if you're thinking now, well, I could do with some money, what do you want the money for? Is it for a house? Is it to travel? Is it because you think it'll bring people into your life that are going to be make your life more fulfilling, better relationships? It doesn't matter. When you go out there and you operate from a basis of loving service to other people, all those things will flow to you. You don't have to worry about chasing after them. You don't worry about how they're going to happen. All you need to worry about is, how can I be of more service to more people? And do it with love. And that's it. Very simple way of life, but it's not always the easiest, okay? But it is, without doubt, the best. So we have a little prayer that helps us with that, and we follow that with the affirmation. But right now, let's welcome you in, whether you're watching the recording or whether you're watching live. And if you're watching live, it's wonderful because you can pop your name and where you're from in the comments. And if you've got any questions, you can pop them in the comments as well, and we'll do our best to answer them as fully as we can. Okay. Restless. Let's see who we've got in now. Just before we get on to that prayer, let's have a quick look. We've got Ramachandra in from Watford in England. We've got Peter from Cameroon in Africa, Deborah from Southern Alabama in the United States, Mary from Chicago in the United States, Nankiat from Nigeria, Lewis from Lisbon in Portugal, Derek from Wado City in Nigeria, Richard from Devon in England, and of course I'm here as well from Cornwall in England. And we've got typical English weather, very changeable. Yesterday was absolutely beautiful, gorgeous day, wonderful sunshine, blue skies, and today's been typical of the area that I grew up in, Manchester. It's been grey, cloudy, misty, drizzly, and it can change just like that. Okay, that's what we have in England. Okay, so let's get started right now with that little prayer and affirmation, and then we'll get on to the business of the day. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, Bless each member that they may find the joy of service, and through service attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their lives. Amen. And our little affirmation: we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world, as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay. See, we've got Norman in from Doncaster in England as well. Right. Monday, we're back up and running. We, I think, have got the pre-launch development completed. We've not checked it, but hopefully tomorrow, if everything's good, we can perhaps get that pre-launch for the Easy Team Builder done and dusted. And you'll be able to get in, and the pre-launch will last for as long as we need to make sure that everything else is working perfectly as it should. And then we'll just take everybody from the pre-launch and go boom. You'll all be put in the matrix in accordance with your We Share Abundance genealogy, and you'll have all the benefits that are available now. I don't think the recruitment tool will be available for another 2 or 3 weeks. It's a big project, and we are still working on it. I think we're into our 3rd week now. So that's something that is ongoing. Once that's done, we've got more projects coming along. There'll be more and more added into that program. Now, the big hook for that program is, well, there are several, but one of them is the fact that once you're in that program, we'll randomly select a member of the program every month for a $1,000 handout. Boom, just like that. Doesn't matter whether you've recruited anybody, sold anything, done anything. Well, yeah, it does matter if you've done anything, because once we have the recruitment tool in, if you've not used it, you won't be in the draw, okay? Why wouldn't you want to use it? I don't know. Some people may say, oh, I can't be bothered, or whatever, you know. Well, okay, if you can't be bothered, we can't be bothered giving you $1,000 either. So that will be needed. You've got to use the tool. It doesn't matter whether it actually works for you and you've recruited people. You can't control what other people do. You can only control what you do. So it would be unfair to say, okay, if you've not recruited a person, you're not in, you know, if you're doing the work, if you're putting in the effort, then you deserve to be in that draw, and you will be. I believe that with the recruitment tool, people will refer people anyway, as long as they are using it. So we can't guarantee it, and we'll have to wait and see. But it is the intention and the desire and the thought behind it. Okay. Who else have we got? We've got Eric in from Quebec in Canada. Okay. So fingers crossed, we may be able to get that pre-launch started tomorrow. We'd like to get it done as quickly as we can this week, because both our developers are in India, and it is their biggest festival of the year, the Festival of Light, Diwali, and it's the equivalent of Thanksgiving in the United States, or Christmas here in the UK. It's a big holiday and a family get together and everything. So we want to get as much done as we can before our developers get off and enjoy the celebrations. We've also been working on various other bits and pieces. In fact, I wonder if I've got a list here now. There were quite a number of things that I wanted to go through with Devyani, and we've spent quite a lot of time on them today. The intention is to make sure that we don't get any more hiccups with the ShareHelp program. It's taken us a couple of days to resolve things. I think everything is in order now. Not necessarily all the displays. We're waiting for Rohit for that, and he's disappeared. But also on the ShareHelp plan, it was pointed out by one of our members that when you view the page on a phone, that then the text, for whatever reason, sort of goes over. You can't read it because the headline is over the subheadline and this sort of thing. And it's been our intention to bring the quality of that page up to scratch anyway, and the rest of the public areas of the site, and to get it brought into line with the splash page that we've had made. So Mo is working on that for us now. It's going to take him a few days. It'll probably be, he's in Pakistan, so I don't think they celebrate Diwali there. They I suppose Ramadan is their big thing, and that is gone for this year. So that Thursday, Friday of this week, I would think we should be able to see what's been done there. It will take a few days to work on and get things looking and working really nicely. Okay, so that is also underway. So we've spent time discussing that. We've also had discussions. I've had discussions with Devyani about the Fun Miracles site and things. The team are waiting for our feedback on that. They wanted us to give feedback today, and I said, I can't. I've got too many things to discuss and too many people that need to have input. So we're going to be taking a look at that today and getting some thoughts from you people. And I see we've got a couple more people in here. Who have we got in? We've got Renee in from the Netherlands. We've got Maureen in from London in England. I think Renee's from Rotterdam from memory in the Netherlands. We've got Ron in from Amsterdam in the Netherlands also. And we got Bozina in from Edinburgh in Scotland. I'm glad Bozina's here because she's always very good at being positive in her comments and thoughts about websites and presentations and this sort of thing. I mean, a lot of other people are as well, but I'm always impressed with Bozina. She's usually one of the first to notice things or bring points up. Okay, and it's great that we have people, all of you, that are available and can chip in. Okay, right. Let me give you some numbers before we move on, because if not, I'll forget them, and some of them are relevant to what we're going to be covering anyway. Okay, so in the last 24 hours, we only have an increase of 3 in our 777 plan. Now, there are no people at the moment being positioned by us from the pool. And the reason for that is since we uploaded the new code, we started a new countdown. So there's a minimum of 7 days before we'll place anybody into those positions. But what it means is that nobody's really doing anything. We've only had 3 people, for example, that have either introduced somebody new or put somebody into one of the boxes that are available. If you've got a box available, that is paid for, but it doesn't qualify in any way until there's a person in there. It's people we're interested in, not empty boxes, you know, so you don't get any commission for an empty box. You only get commissions, or it's passed up and somebody else gets a commission when there's a person there. It's a person that's in there that is important. And only 3. We've got a membership base of 27,500 or whatever it is exactly. I can't read my writing, it's scruffy. And only 3 people. I know there are hundreds of boxes out there waiting to be filled. And only 3 people have been added to the 777 plan. And then we get people complaining, saying, oh, I've been stuck on level 1 for all this time. Why am I still on level 1? And some people are on level 2. And, you know, the system doesn't differentiate between people. It doesn't say, oh, I like him, we'll do something good for that guy. And it's based on what you do and how you go about it and how you motivate your team to do things. And if nobody's putting people into those boxes, it's going to take you a lot longer to get where you want to go. And if nobody is bringing in new people, then you're missing out on something very powerful. Now, we had people that were getting a lot of people in initially, and with the changes we made, I think the people got fed up because they weren't getting paid for that level 1. Now you're getting paid for that level 1 again. Get back to being active, all of you, okay? Right, who else have we got? We've got somebody else in here. We've got Rennie telling me I'm correct. He is from Rotterdam. We got Peter in from Kettering in England, and we got Ali in from Pakistan. Okay. So anyway, that's my rant. That's the 777 plan. We have an increase of 16 in our registered members to 50,364. We have an increase of 25 in our active members to 3,785. That's still a very small percentage of our registered members. And if you're not active, if you're not an active elite member, you're not getting the handouts that we're giving out randomly. I think we've had 3 of them so far since we put that into operation. 2 in September. We've only had 1 in October. It's getting a bit late in October now, so it'll probably be early November when we have the next handout. It just depends on funds we've got available and time to get it all sorted out and done. Okay, but if you're not an active elite, you're not in that draw. Okay, so get yourself active and get yourself elite and make sure your team are, because if you've sponsored somebody and they get selected, you get a matching bonus payment. Okay, now it is a matching bonus payment. If they are getting paid $25 because they're only in one plan, you're going to get $25 even if you're in all the plans. If they get $100 because they're in 4 plans, you're going to get $100 even if you're only in one of the plans. Okay, so it's a matching bonus. It's 100% match. So Get your people there and get them into all the plans. The more plans they're in, the more you make, the more people you refer, the better chance you have of getting there. You stand a better chance as being a sponsor because you can have more people in there than you do of actually being randomly selected yourself. Okay. No change in the shareholder plan. That's still at 497 members. I've not pushed that for a couple of days. And that typically is what happens. If I don't push it, nobody seems to be pushing it. We're not getting people through there. Okay. So we need to get people in and upgraded in that shareholder plan. It is the foundation for your future wealth, happiness, and success financially. Multiply Visa, no change in the member base. We logged in. We did get enough to take us up to $10,581.50 in the bonus pool. Of course, we won't be able to do anything with that until we get that Visa token sorted out. And that is going to be next year, probably. Next year, probably as well, is when we will be launching the Fund Miracles site, because it's going to take some time to actually get everything done on that. It may sound simple to have a game like we're going to have, but it really isn't, because we're going to protect against bots playing, so that when we get into the paid and winning the big prize money, there won't be the opportunity to cheat by using a bot. We are also be measuring it by time taken to answer questions. But that could be very unfair. If I've got a good fast laser connection like I have, and I'm playing against somebody in Africa who's on a 3G connection on his phone or something, there's a big difference in the speeds there. So we take all that into account. You know, we've thought about a lot of things. This has been planned for, I think, probably a couple of years, certainly over 18 months. And we've been in discussions and talks about it and planning and doing things for it pretty consistently over that time. There have been breaks in it, but pretty consistently over that time, we've been looking at it and finding out and looking at things. And I want to show you some things in a moment, and then we'll get on to the site. I sent links to it, so you probably have a link to it in your inbox in the in your dashboard in WeShare Abundance. So you'll be able to look at it there. Comments, we'll take them today, and if you've got any others, you can always put them in the support desk if you think of something after we've finished today. But we'll be looking at things there. But I want to show you some other things before we get on to that. Let's just have a quick look here, because we've got Kingsley in from Manchester, and Eric's got a question with the ETF, ETB, Easy Team Builder, presumably. I will need to use the promotion tool to be eligible in the $1,000 draw, even if I bring in 10 to 15 people. Yes. We've got to make it the same for everybody. If you're not using the tool, then you won't be eligible for the $1,000. Okay, we may make it a qualification, you know. Okay, if you've not used the tool, but you brought in a number of people, we may have a look at that. But off the top of my head, the answer for that was yes, you need to be using the tool. Why wouldn't you want to use it? Even if you're bringing in 10 or 15 people, to spend 5 minutes a day using the tool to bring in more people why wouldn't you want to do it? Okay, we're spending an awful lot of money on getting that tool built, and we want everybody to be using it, and if they are, it's going to benefit everybody because the matrix is going to grow. If everybody brought in just one person using the tool, then you're in that plan for a year. You're not going to see a massive amount of cash, but you know, it's costing you what, less than $10. At the end of a year, you'll probably have earned over $1,000. But from that $1,000 onwards is where you're going to see massive increase. And by the end of the second year, you'll have earned over $200,000. And it won't be, you know, wait for 24 months. It'll be growing and growing and growing. We will be getting a some sort of presentation done for that. My first objective is to get the presentation for the 777 plan done, and we've not done that yet because there are some changes there. Okay, any updates on the ton withdrawn? No, we're still short of people there. If we had just a few people that had got through to their 100 points and got to level 2 in that TOM program, we'd be able to test it, but we are short of that. We can have a look at it in a moment. I don't know how short we are. I think last time I looked, we had about 380 ton that was approved. We need 500. Okay, we've got Renee in the email sent by admin, the ad with a picture. In the email sent by admin, the ad with a picture. I don't understand that, Renee, sorry. I want to ask how we can use that picture. You can't at the moment. If you're looking at the Fun Miracle site, because there's nothing on it anyway, really. It's just the skeleton of the way that it's going to be presented. I want to do a screen share. Let me do a screen share. We'll have a look at a couple of things when I do this. Let me find the right thing. Share screen. Window. Okay. Share. We should have online gaming statistics up there. Let me check and see. Yeah, looking good. In 2024, I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, but I just want to show you some of the potential. This is based on the UK, and it shows the top 10 gaming statistic. Now, most of the gamers, 83% of them, are aged between 16 and 24. But most of the games that they are getting statistics for are not anything like the game that we're playing. We're basically doing a trivia game, you know, general knowledge, call it whatever you want, general knowledge trivia. Now, the games that they're analyzing are things like, you know, these war games, and I don't know much about them, I've got to be honest. I've never played one. So those are most of the games that they're looking at. Not all of them. Some of them are things like, but that is the bulk of them. Some of them are things like Candy Crush. I don't know how that works either, or Angry Birds. But also there is a move towards esports games as well, and I don't know how they work either. But that is the age group for that. Now, I think our age group for the type of game we've got is going to go up a little bit above that. And I think we're going to get into the 24 and up sort of age group with our game more than the 16 to 24. But let's have a look at the statistics here. This is the revenue. You can see how this is building. Like in 2017, we were looking at about 14 million or something like that. And you can see that in 2024, already we're over 25 million, you know, pushing 30. And this is where it's projected to go. And this is not millions, sorry, billions of dollars income from these games. Now, we're not going to be up and running till early 2025. And there we're looking at $30 billion a year in revenue in total. I'm not saying we're going to get that, but we don't need a big percentage of that to make an awful lot of money. You know, $30 billion. It's huge. We got 1% of that. We're on $300 million. If we only got 1/10 of 1%, still $30 million. You know, it is absolutely huge marketplace and potential. And these games are earning that from sort of upgrades and things that people are doing. Most people are not playing for cash. We're going to be putting together something where people can win 7 games in a row and earn over $40,000 or round about 40,000. I can't remember whether it's just under or just over, for winning 7 games in a row, trivia questions. And the most you can answer in a game is 10 questions. It's quite amazing. We can get, like, you know, 1/10 of 1% of that, like I said, is millions of dollars. If you have a look here, this is interesting because the USA is quite big, but look where this is. This is China. Okay, this is China, and it's huge. Now, I think we do have, or we have had, 1 or 2 members in China, but I'm not sure that they're active. But if we can attract some of this from China, just imagine how we're going to grow as a community, because we are global. There's nothing going to stop us moving into China or any other country for that matter. But it's showing that huge, that's colossal. These are the sort of games that they're saying are the most popular. And I don't know what they are. There's one Fortnite, Apex Legends, Call of Duty. I've heard of that, but I don't know what it is. Garena, Free Fire, DayZ, PUBG. That sounds interesting. PUBG. Call of Duty Warzone, Warface, Call of Duty Warzone Mobile, Call of Duty Black Ops. You know, I don't know whether that's all the same game, just in different formats or what. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. But the figures are amazing. And these are the percentage of gamers that play online, and it's going up. It was like 45% back in 2017. It's up to 68% in 2023. And we're looking at online playing. It's going to be web-based. We don't need an app, because we're going to have it where you can view it on your phone or a tablet or your laptop or whatever else, on your smart television or whatever. I don't know. Here we go. Proportion of players who play games online. Once again, it's here. The age group, the biggest, once again, 16 to 24. But if we're looking at 25 to 34, 35 to 44, you know, these are the people, I think, that are probably going to be more interested in testing their general knowledge. And I'm only guessing, but there's nothing to stop us going after these people. Once they're 18, they can benefit from the whole of our community. Okay, enough about that. I'm going to get to the mock-up in a moment, but I did get asked about the withdrawal from the Ton Free. So this is the Ton Free site. Let me just check that that is what's coming up on your screens now. And it is good. So if we go to withdrawal, we can see where we are. Come on. Okay. Oh, I thought we had 380. It's 340. Maybe it was 320, and I remembered 180 we needed. We're at 342. We need 158 ton. We've got masses of them. We've got 1,416 pending. But why are they pending? And they're pending because if we look at referrals, they're pending because hardly any of our referrals have played the spin, the game, which gets them ton tokens 5 times a day for 20 days. That's all they need to do to get to this stage where they are 100% completed. Okay, so you can see there's 2 of them here and 3 of them, 4 of them, 5, 6, 7. But look at all these people. There's another one, 8, 9. We need more people to just go through and get to that green stage. They've only got to spin the wheel. I don't think it's available at the moment. You go to this free thing here. You don't have to spend any money. You have to be patient while this thing goes round in circles. There you go. We've got 83.2 ton that we've accumulated through doing the free spins. And it says it is time to spin. Okay, so we can do a spin. We've got 83.2. You click on this and it goes like that, and it's as fast as that, and we've got 1 ton and it's 83.3 now. And if you do that 5 times a day for 20 days, you're green in that thing, and it means that we'd move I think we get 15 or 20 ton for each referral that is active, that's got that 100%, that 100 points. That's all it takes. 5 spins, 20 days. So in less than a month, easily we could have that 500 ton, and then we can test the withdrawal. And if it doesn't work, okay, it doesn't work. But if it works, it's a tidy sum. And it means that you've all got something that you can work for totally free to get thousands of dollars. If we look at the dashboard, I think we've got well over $1,000. How are we doing for time? 40. We're okay. We'll just do this, and then here we go. There you can see we've got $8,791, but most of it is not available because it's not active. You know, we need that active, and most of that is people that have registered, and we've got 15 or 20 points or whatever it is for them registering, 15 or 20 ton, and then they've not done anything. So it's no good to us, because until they have proved that they're a real person and we're not scamming the thing, then we can't make that withdrawal test and see what's going on. So I hope that answers the question for whoever it was. let's get over here. And this is the mock-up of the, let me check that that is showing. It is, yeah. Okay. Now, obviously, there's no wording in here, but what they've done is they've put together roughly how they think it should look. And I quite like the colours and the way it's presented. Now, I don't think we should have quiz up there. I'm not sure what, I think quiz may be a little bit not the right word anyway. I'm not quite sure. I think trivia is probably more acceptable. Test your trivia, or I don't know. Looking for suggestions from you guys. As I say, I don't play games, but I'd be attracted to something that, I'm not sure general knowledge is a good one. I think that may put a few people off. Trivia seems a little bit lighter, a little bit easier to get involved in. What we're going to have a question that comes up, and you're going to be able to click on the answer that you think it is, and then you either get it right or you don't, and then you get your next question. And we've got 4 answers, so you know it might be what's the height of the Empire State Building, and it gives all these, you know, how many stories it may be, 50, 100, 200, 300 or whatever, and you click on the one, and you're either right or wrong. I think if you get 3 wrong answers, you're out of the game. If you get 10 right answers, you're out of the game, and you've got maximum points based on the time that it took you to get those answers. So that's how the game is going to work. This, I'm not quite sure about the image there. That is perhaps a little bit too youthful. I don't know. What do you people think? Do you think we should have something a little bit more mastermind looking sort of thing, or what in here? There will be a leaderboard for it. I'm not sure. I think we need 10 people in that leaderboard, but that is something I can discuss with them. So we've got the privacy policy and the terms. Now this also is all going to be designed for the best organic traffic as well. You know, it's all going to be SEO compliant and everything. So it'll be easy to promote. If we look at instructions, I think this is a better image. I like this because it's a sort of multinational, multicultural. I think that's a good image. The instructions will be in here. Once again, the name there is just quiz. We need something a little bit better than that, I think. If we go to the login page, that's got an image here. I'm not absolutely sure about that, but we can have a think about it. I don't dislike it, but it may be that we could do with something else. Depends on what we put in this little box here, I suppose. But people will have to log in to play. If we go back and we go to the sign up page, that is similar. Okay, so that sign up or log in looks pretty much the same. Where are we? Let's go back here. I thought there was more page. What's on the instructions page? Well, that's where that image is. I've got a feeling that image was over here, but it's not. But I think that image is a good one. I think that is a nice image. Male, female, black and white. Could be old or young. If we go and click on quiz, we go back here. Maybe this should be a little bit bigger, make it easier for people. I'm not sure how this views on a tablet or a phone, but I imagine it will be more vertical, and this will be presented there. It's something that we will need to look at. You guys can perhaps have a look at that and see what you think. But color-wise, I think it's good. I think this here is all right, but I think it needs to be slowed down a bit. It's too fast, isn't it? You hardly have a chance to see what it's saying. But once again, these are all fine points, but they are things that I know you people are a lot better at than I am. You're more visual than I am, and some of you probably play other games as well and are used to seeing sites and what you think might might be good. I like this idea because I think this is like gives us this global idea. I think you know, without us stressing it, but I think it gives the impression that we're global. It's so. Let's see if we've got any questions in there. Look, let me get back to the here. Where were we? How do we buy shares in the Fund Miracles? Walter wants to know. I put a link in there. You go to. I'll give you the page here. I've got it down here somewhere. Just a minute. I think. Yeah. You can pay with either. I'll put the link in here and then I'll come back to you. You can buy the shares. They will be going up to $200 each on the 1st of November. So you've got 3 days, haven't you? 29, 30. Yeah, 3 days if you want them at $100. Let me get back up to where the questions were. How do we buy shares? Okay, you follow that link. You can pay either with your available cash wallet or crypto through coin payments or with a debit or credit card. Peter, Fund Miracles, great looking first graphics, interesting, simple, different and unique. It's unique in the way it operates as well, I believe. Suggestion, test your trivia knowledge and win rewards. Yeah, I like something like that, but it's probably too long for the name of the site, but it's a good like subheading, I think. It is a nice subheading, but we need a site name rather than just quiz. We can't have that as a site name. Trivia challenge or something like that. I don't know. Will the site be multilingual? Yeah. Maureen says ultimate knowledge challenge, brain busting, trivia quiz, fun facts, trivia game, general knowledge, desktop trivia game online, mind-blowing quiz questions, trivia fun for everyone, daily knowledge. Wow. You've come up with a lot of stuff there, Maureen, and all good stuff. Maybe you went to one of these things, what they call ChatGPT, whatever, to get some things from that, or maybe it's just you with a brilliant mind. I don't know, but it's it's good. Brain busting is interesting, isn't it? Not sure whether that is positive or not. It would be good for me, but I'm not sure everybody thinks like me. Trivia quiz, fun facts. Yes, a lot of good thoughts in there. Any more down there? No. Okay. On ChatGPT, yeah, it was. Okay. It looked like something that you get from there. I've played with it a little bit in the past, very briefly. But yeah, we can do a bit of brainstorming with those and things. But any sort of major dislikes, put in a support ticket so that we've got a record of them, which is easier to access than the comments here. Any real positive feedback that you've got, once again, put in a support ticket, and we'll have a good look through everything. There'll be a referral link for Fun Miracles. Yes. Oh yeah, of course I will. Yeah. Now, one of the other things as well, have we still got it here? Are we still showing it? I think we are, yeah. Let me go back here. One of the other things, I mean, there's things like this sign-up page here, asks for too much information, and it will in fact be the same information that we ask for on our sign-up, because this form, it'll look like this here. We don't want to send people away from it. We want it here, but the information here will be the same as the form on the We Share Abundance registration. So it will have a sponsor in there. We don't need the name. We do need an email. We don't need the phone number. We do need a password, and we need a username. And so that will be a little bit different in the information here. And that will, we will pull that information into We Share Abundance, and they'll get a welcome message from We Share Abundance, explaining that they're involved in something much more than the game. But if they're just happy with the game, that's fine. And if they want to get involved in other things, that's fine too. So, but yeah, you will have a referral link, and there will be an affiliate. You will need a sponsor to be able to register. I think, let me get back. Where is it? Here we go. Yeah, here we are. We're back. Okay. I like Maureen's trivia fun for everyone. It rhymes. Trivia fun for everyone. Yeah, it does. Poetic. Well done, Bazina. Maybe WISA trivia fun for everyone. We know what WSA stands for, but most people don't. So I think trivia fun for everyone is probably better than WSA trivia fun for everyone. We can introduce them to We Share Abundance little by little. Slowly catch a monkey, they say, don't they? Okay. But yeah, trivia fun for everyone. I think that it is really nice, isn't it? It's a really catchy thing there. And it could be a title. It's short enough to be a title, and like you say, it rhymes. People will remember it because of that rhyming. Trivia fun for everyone. Yeah, it's good stuff. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing that now. You do have a link to it in in your inbox there. So if you want to take more time having a look at it and see if there's anything that you think needs changing drastically, I'd be interested in comments that we have about that play, you know, that image of that young guy. Is he too young? Do we need to get something a bit different? My feelings are we should go with something that looks a bit more worldly than teeny. When I say teeny, I'm not meaning young or small. I'm meaning teenager, you know, teeny image sort of thing, a teenager image. I think maybe we should be going for something a little bit more worldly than that. And I'd be interested on your comments on that as well. So by all means, use the support desk, put in anything that you've got there, and that's it, I think. I will be working on the 777 plan tomorrow. You guys should be working on promoting it. I know maybe you've got the excuse that you're waiting for the new page and everything else. Don't make excuses. Just find a way to do things. Okay. Right. I think we've covered it, folks. I think we've covered everything. I can't see any questions in there. I'm going to make a note of that. Oh, I can't make it on there. Where's my other? There we go. Okay. Great. No more people there, no more questions. Thanks for being here. I love you all. I really do appreciate you, and I love your comments and your help in everything that we do. And times are getting exciting. And like I say, if we can capture, and I think what we have is unique enough to appeal to a lot of people that aren't even playing games now, but it will also appeal to some of the games people. And if we can capture just a tiny, tiny percentage of that marketplace, it'll make all our shareholders rich, but it'll also put a lot of money into the We Share Abundance Treasury on a regular basis, and potentially will be our biggest income earner of all things. It's a very exciting prospect. Okay. Thank you again. I love you all. God bless you. Thanks for being here. Get out there, go the extra mile, share love and abundance, and be of loving service to as many people as you can. Your cup will overflow. Like my hot chocolate did earlier on. I put too much in the pan and poured it in and wouldn't look in, and it all over the counter. Okay. God bless. I'll be here same time, same place tomorrow, 7 p.m. London time, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. Until then, see you later, alligator. Ain't a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. See you later, alligator. Come on.